Israel Adesanya and Sean Strickland have occupied my YouTube timeline for the last few days. Now it's time to get back to the real news, the real fighters. Yes, Dillon Danis and Logan Paul. Dillon Danis is getting sued by Logan Paul's missus, and I thought this was a pretty important thing to report on because we have done a few videos covering this fight. I am actually considering, boys, comment down below if you want to see me do this, maybe going to the Logan Paul and KSI fight. If I can get tickets, that is. Is that something you'd like to see? A little bit of a vlog, go on a night out after it. I think it'd be a good way to wrap up this story at least. But anyway, here we are. TMZ released this article 3 days ago. Nina Agdal sues Dillon Danis over the Paul fight trolling. If you haven't seen by now, where have you been? You've been living under a rock. Israel Adesanya who? Dillon Danis has been on a Twitter rampage, just releasing loads of pictures of Logan Paul's fiance. Well, anyway, she's filing for a restraining order, and this has got pretty serious implications. Dillon Danis's incessant online trolling of Nina Agdal has driven Logan Paul's fiance to the point of both suing Danis and filing for a restraining order against him to make it stop. Agdal beelined it to court on Wednesday to file documents obtained by TMZ Sports, claiming Danis has posted despicable things about her more than 250 times since this fight with Paul was announced earlier this summer. I didn't know it was 250 times. Last time we done a video on this, I think it was 170 posts that he's done about Nina Agdal. I've got a burp coming, wait there. The most underwhelming burp in Shaun Jones' YouTube channel history. Now, whether you disagree with that and you think morally it's not a good thing to do, the question is, what are the legal implications? Just because you disagree with something or just because something might be misogynist or sexist doesn't mean that it has any sort of legal implications or is going to stand up in court. In her lawsuit, she says she's suffered humiliation, emotional distress and reputational harm. No, even though we laugh, it is a little bit sly on the girl. It's only really funny because it's against Logan Paul, and a lot of people don't like Logan Paul. Look, I say that. She's made the decisions. She knew what she was doing at the time. She's went on these TV shows and said the outlandish things that she said. She alleged that one post that Dillon Danis made on August 11th in particular violated federal and state law. I'm not too sure which picture it was, but she says here, Danis put up a sexually explicit image of her that was taken from a romantic encounter she had with a person more than 10 years ago. But once again, if it's in the public domain, then Dillon Danis hasn't done anything wrong. You could argue ethically maybe he's done something wrong, but if it's already out there and he's just reshared it, there's nothing bad about that. Now, if he acquired that photo in private from Nina Agdal's ex and then he shared it, yeah, maybe she's got a case. Dillon Danis posted the photograph entirely uncensored from his Twitter account without the plaintiff's consent. Agdal wrote in a suit. Later that day, Danis reposted the explicit photograph in order to maximize the number of views it would receive. I've tried doing a bit of research into what picture it was exactly. Some people are saying that it's 2 pictures, but no one's actually posting the picture. Apparently, the Misfits boxing company, they forced Dillon Danis to take the picture down, but a lot of people are saying it's where she's nude, but she's side on, so she's covered on her tits, and you can only see the side of her ass. So apparently, it's not really that bad. And once again, was it already in the public domain? If so, then there's no case here. The 31-year-old model claims that Dillon Danis only agreed to delete it after Misfits Boxing, the organisation behind the October 14th Dillon Danis and Paul fight, threatened to cancel the fight unless he took it down. Agdal added in the suit that many of Dillon Danis's other posts have upset her.
That's upset me, my feelings.
Including a tweet that he made on the 28th of August that she says showed a video of her from more than 6 years ago where she talked about her desire for intimacy during a period of celibacy. Yeah, Nina, there's a lot of videos of you online talking quite provocatively. Dillon sharing it, or resharing it, should I say, isn't illegal unless he was given that video in private and then he shared it without her consent. She claims in the suit that the video had been stored deep in her Snapchat archive. Okay, the plot thickens. Now, I don't know about this, but she's suggesting that Dillon Danis hacked her personal Snapchat account or somehow obtained the private video from someone who had done so. I can't really imagine Dillon Danis going to these type of lengths. Of course, I don't know Dillon Danis. I'm the one who always says, don't assume that someone's got values and ethics just because they're an influencer and they've got a big following. He could have done so, but what's the likelihood? And probably quite slim. What's the probability that she's actually sent this video round to people and then it somehow ended up getting back to Dillon Danis? Maybe that's a higher probability. And if so, then maybe Dillon Danis might be in a bit of trouble. Now, here's the kicker. She's asking for unspecified damages in the suit, but wants no less than 150k per violation of the federal law prohibiting the sharing of intimate images. As for her temporary restraining order, she's asking a judge to bar Danis from posting sexually explicit images from her going forward in the wake of Danis's repeated threats to release further images that could be damaging to Agdal's reputation. This is alluding to the fact that Danis has said he's got some killer pictures and videos of her that would end the fight and would probably get him sued nude. Now, Danis has shown these images to a couple people. He's shown them to Andrew Tate. He's shown them to Aiden Ross on stream last week. God knows what they were, but a lot of people in the comments were saying this. He's potentially being pictured with Harvey Weinstein. Allegedly, that is. This isn't me saying it. This is just what I've seen some people comment. And if that'd be the case, then we all know what that implies. She's made the deal. Now, when it comes to Dillon, he's been unapologetic over the posts throughout the last few weeks, saying that the pictures have been helping to promote his upcoming fight with Logan Paul. Danis took to Twitter to comment on the lawsuit, saying, Nina Agdal has filed a massive lawsuit against me. She filed a restraining order against me and is seeking prison time. So the fight is in jeopardy if I'm in jail. This is actually wild, but I won't stop. Fuck the system. Come get me. Logan Paul is a dead man walking. Now, if Nina Agdal actually has some substance in this case, it's not going to look good for Dillon Danis. And it just seems like he doesn't care. But maybe he is completely 100% confident in where he sourced those images from. If they were already online, then he hasn't done anything wrong. I guarantee he's probably getting some sort of legal advice and legal help during all this. There's a reason why he won't post the other images that he's got on his phone, because he knows there will be legal implications. So it's pretty heavy news. We've had a few videos surface. So last week, Logan Paul and Dillon Danis done a face-to-face. It hasn't been released yet, but they've released some snippets of what went down. So here we've got Logan Paul gets triggered over Dillon Danis' trolling. Let's see what he's saying. I haven't seen these yet.
Hey, Brody.
Bro, you're
my
just mad because
fiance's had boyfriends before me.
I was bro coding it. I'm trying to help him actually because they're going to be divorced in a year or two. So I'm trying to help
Hey,
him.
yeah, you sit
signed
on
a prenup?
Twitter.
Are you signed a prenup?
Prenup?
Yeah, prenup. Don't worry.
Bro, you're a f***ing moron.
Okay, great, bro.
You sit on Twitter
You sit on
and you slut shame my fiance for doing what?
Slut
Getting
shame. I love
pictures,
sluts, bro. Don't worry. I'm
pic-
supporting
Yeah,
it.
I know. That's why you love your mother, huh?
Nah, good one.
Oh, it's heating up, it's heating up. Also, Dillon Danis tweeted this picture of Logan Paul and Jake Paul having a little kiss, similar to the Island Boys here, the stuff that people do for money, absolutely ridiculous. Logan Paul claiming that Dillon Danis got a boner in their face-to-face.
I think you got him excited. He got a little hard on.
What do you mean?
He had a hard on when he stood up.
Actually?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at another man's crotch, Logan? Was you imagining it to be your brother, Jake? Logan Paul also had a message for Dillon Danis. Let's see what he's saying.
I'm sorry for violating you in the face-to-face. You just lie about everything. You're a great troll, you're a great liar, and I know you don't think you're gonna win this fight, but keep telling yourself that, keep making the fans believe it, but we both know how this ends October 14th on the Prime card. I hope you show up.
So Logan claims that he violated Dillon Danis in the face-off, and it's mainly because of this. And we've only got clips to go off. Obviously, it's not in full context, so we can't really judge it properly until we see the full unedited version. But this is what Logan was talking about.
You sent me so many messages.
Then why am I? I had two knee surgeries.
It sounds like you have Conor McGregor's nutsack in your mouth.
Bro, this guy has retweet.
Watch
just little tweets.
Like, that's
that
what
he
I'm saying right there. Like,
yeah.
watching you stumble your way through these sentences is painful.
That's fine. Yeah, great. But they just wanted to. Yeah, whatever.
Exhibit A.
I got better. I said I got.
Yo!
I said sue
Get
me.
this man a glass of water.
I said this in one of the previous videos. Dillon Danis, he does mumble a little bit. He talks like that. But it does kind of sound like maybe he's got some sort of stutter, speech impediment. Because not only he slurs his words, but he does stutter quite a bit. Maybe it's just the nerves. But Dillon Danis actually claims that this was edited and it wasn't a real representation of how things went down. And apparently some girl has now came out of the woodwork. She sent Logan Paul DMs between her and Dillon Danis. Apparently this girl and Dillon Danis met up and done stuff together. So this is what she said. I met up with Dillon the night of the fight press conference in London. We had a threesome, but the whole time he was so scared and paranoid that Logan has sent us to fuck with him. He's trying to play it cool, but he's terrified of Logan. Then she went on to say this. I also fingered his butt. I want Logan to use this against Dillon. I hate the way he's talking about Nina. I'm not like a big Dillon Danis fan, but this just screams fake news. Then this other OnlyFans girl chimed in and said, I'm not saying who it is, but it's true. But no one really cares about this. After this, Keemstar tweeted, the girl who claimed to finger Dillon Danis' butt clearly just wants clout, according to the DMs provided to us by Dillon Danis. So Dillon Danis shared his DMs between himself and this girl. He said, send us a picture of you two. She said, have you ordered the taxi? There you go, he's copy and pasted the taxi message. He said, let me know when you in. She said, in the taxi now. Hit me when here. She said, here now. And then she said, when are you going to tag me on Twitter? I want some of that clout. So it seems like because Dillon Danis didn't tag her on Twitter, she's now a little bit salty and she's trying to make up a false narrative that she fingered Dillon Danis. Also, one thing we need to take a look at is when you go back to these pictures, it was over an hour after she sent the two initial messages that she said about fingering his butt. If she really did that, she would have included it in the first message initially. So obviously she's just lying. And once again, as usual, Dillon Danis is still posting videos and pictures of Nina. I'll censor this just so I don't get restricted. There we go. Nina just unveiling her cleavage. You can't really see anything, boys. Don't waste your time. And that's it. So things are heating up there, aren't they? You've got Dillon Danis potentially getting sued. According to some people, he's got pictures of the fiance with a particular person in Hollywood who's notorious for taking advantage of women. He's still sharing pictures.
And apparently he likes getting his bum played with.
Another thing I thought of, think about Israel Adesanya. He lost on the weekend, maybe because of the mental warfare that Sean Strickland used in the pre-fight build-up about the whole dog situation. Israel Adesanya was the more skilled fighter, and in this case, Logan Paul is the more skilled fighter, but maybe all this might have an effect on the outcome of the fight. Maybe Dillon Danis might win. I might go to the fight and put a little cheeky bet on Dillon Danis to win, and I'll vlog it as well if you guys want to see that. Comment down below if you do, and let me know what you think of this situation. Who's going to win? Like this video for us. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you tomorrow.